What's going on, guys? So tonight on this Shoky third-party Transformer itty bitty review, I said it wrong, but it is what it is. We have the final set of combiners, Constructicons from NEWAGE, and yes, technically combiners, and it is their number 3. What is it? BERITH. Yep, BERITH engineer. For some reason, I put engineer but didn't put his name. And then they have number 34, PAIMON. So once again, naming them after demons, I believe. And of course, this is hoist and long haul. So that would be our kind of head area and torso area. Although, of course, on this Devastator, it's all parts forming. So, yeah, it is what it is. Come around to this side, and you get a thing covered there by the thing. And then you got Paimon, who does the thing. And then you come around to the back, and you got both of them in a nice little thingy there, along with that. And you got Hephaestus C-Set. Yep. Ages 15 plus. Hey. I'm right in the middle of that. Hey, number 20 at 2021, yes. And then, of course, Engineer Berith. There's your hoist. There's your completed image there. Come to the bottom. You got that. Go to the top. You got that. Well, they actually... Huh. Nice planning on your boxes there. Of course, it's all emptied out now. I just realized I don't know where I put the instructions. I think they're probably still in the living room. So, oh well. In the box, of course, you do get 6 more frickin' Energon cubes. I mean, that's a lot. I have far too many Energon cubes now. I haven't even unpacked the last couple sets. But, I mean, I'll find somewhere to put them in a diorama, I guess. I have no idea. Alright, and there we go. I might have to turn off one of these lights. We'll see. One of these lights will need to go off. So here we go. Here's our tiny little hoist and tiny little... long haul in their respective vehicle modes. Now, guys, make sure you go watch the Taro video over on the secondary channel. I've been linking them in the description instead of in the card or anything else. If nothing else, just make sure you subscribe to Shoky Reviews too, and usually on the day that the actual review drops, the Taro tends to as well. And that is the transformation, reverse transformation video. See how to get them too. Their little modes here. Now, I think the only thing I'm going to do, or not do for today, is the combination transformation. I think I'll just save that for now. So that's an oddball cut because I just realized I wanted to do something else. So let's bring out all of the rest of the Constructicon crew as it is. Where's my focus? It's weird, my camera's acting up. Hope I didn't hurt it when I dropped my phone today at work. So we finally have the incredibly bright neon green set here, and there they are next to Wally. And because he's still here on the desk, the new Optimus Prime. So you can see, like, vehicle-wise, they really don't scale. That is kind of the problem with just about any set of Transformers, is making sure the vehicle modes scale to each other. And even though we're working with a new kind of scale with David, you know, things are going to change. So let's move these aside, and let's talk about the individual vehicles. So we'll start with long haul here, and pretty cool. A little squished in a way. Like, normally long haul is a bit thicker. It's been a while since I've done this, but here is the vehicle mode next to the animation model. It's actually pretty close, you know, as long as they get the kind of nose and the little cockpit right. So this is actually supposed to be a very, very big dump truck, but they never really quite captured it, because, I mean, that's the friggin' door, you know. And then you compare it to Mixmaster, you know, clearly the size is never meant to be consistent. Purple paint on the windows. We got gray paint up here on the smokestack. Did gunmetal paint on the wheel, which are all pinned, which is good. I did add a little tiny Universal Repro label sticker there. It's honestly barely stuck to anything. It may not stay on there. Silver paint on the headlights, which is good. Black there on the grill, though the upper grill probably needed something too. In fact, it could have just been flat to help that adhere. A little bit of paint back here, but that's mostly for robot mode. And if you're so inclined, you can technically do the dump truck thing. So you still have the playability of the original kind of toy, but it does sort of let it all go. Although, with the way it's designed, it still just looks like the bottom of a truck, kind of. So it's actually fairly well done, in my opinion. That's nice there. And he does roll, although on this glass surface, it's mostly a slide, but the wheels do roll. It should. They're gigantic wheels. The only thing that sucks is he does have visible hand syndrome, which is basically kind of a problem with all these. I do believe he's supposed to have some extra paint here on the crotch. At least the original images, I think, have that. Where did I put the box? It was a different one. I'm trying to remember where I saw that. There was one where it showed like there was some red paint on the crotchal area. Perhaps I'm wrong. It's always possible. You guys often tell me how wrong I am. But he's pretty cool. Kind of like that. And let's go ahead and get him transformed up, shall we? So, just like we did before, for that, go ahead and flip this open. Now, obviously, we're hitting the wheels there, so there's not much you can do until you come down here. So this is an interesting double hinge setup. I'm pushing that the wrong way. So you want to kind of fold this out and then pop the wheel out as well. So that. Same thing over here. That gives you all the movement you need to straighten out the legs. And then technically speaking, you can flip it all the way back and do the wheel there. And do the wheel there. Now, had I wished they could have hidden the wheels a little bit better? Sure. All right, go ahead and flip that close for the bottom of the feet. And pop the legs apart. And then this part right here, you want to pull up. This is also on a double hinge system here, so flip this up. And you can see here, there's a couple different slots. It was up here. You want it to be there. And it has a little bit of a hook to it. So kind of hook it into there so you can see the difference, you know. So filling out that leg, or else it would be super hollow. And I think originally when they showed this guy off, he was mistransformed so that was in a weird spot and just looks strange. This is another one where I think they were planning on doing improvements with add-on parts. Still have not seen any hide nor hair of said add-on parts sets coming out. Okay, so you can see all of the exposed heads and all that. So there's a couple of tabs that the arms are pegged into right inside there. I don't know if I can get the light in there. So pull that off and then rotate all of this out. So it's got a tab that will tuck inside there. And then on a double hinge here, swing it out. So like that. Go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Rotate down, swing up and out. Like so. Next thing is the whole cab section here. You can see two sliding pins right there. Just slide it up. And then want to kind of get a little room here and push the head up. Now this center section here with the little divot in it is it's got a bit of a ridge to it to keep it in place, so it's going to feel really uncomfortable, but you are meant to fold it up like so. As for the arms, I'm going to rotate that, unfold the elbow system, and then flip the hand out. So rotate, flip down. Yes, I called it an elbow system because it's got a hinge and a ball joint, and it's good to go. All right, so there he is in robot mode. Obviously, the truck mode fills out the chest. No big deal there, but we now have revealed his head, which is painted with a nice gray with that fantastic metallic red for the visor. It is on a ball joint, so it can move quite a bit, and you do get the hinge back and forth. What's funny is, even though he technically doesn't need this, that's more of a background bit for the original toy, it still works. Smokestack does have a nice effect there. So ball joint mounted shoulders, though the wheels severely get in the way, but you get a little bit of movement here and there. You can rotate all the way around, that's fine. Elbow technically double jointed with that ball joint and the other part there, and due to the ball joint, of course, you get swivel. It's weird because they don't tend to use ball joints a lot, so that's interesting to see in this, or at least they don't use it very often in their elbow joints, at least not on bigger figures. He also has the moving fingertips, which is good. Doesn't need it, but it's there. You do get waist swivel and ab crunch, which is fantastic. You can do a perfect Jean-Claude, do the pinned hips, and you can kick forward and back for a ridiculous full Monty, not to mention the great chorus line. And then, well, that happened, but if you hold that down a little bit, you can make use of his double jointed knee. So it's pinned here and there. I mean, it's not a super double joint, and the wheel does get in the way, but I mean, you get at least 90 degrees, so that's not a problem. I come down to the ankle. It does have the ridiculous flip-flop ankle, and then technically, you know, you could get a little bit of tilt out of that, I guess, if you're really going for it. Yeah, this not sticking around in place really does make it, and then the of course it breaks the sculpt to bend the legs, so it is what it is. But overall, it's pretty damn cool. And of course, they do come with their horn. Nice coppery finish on the horn. Should be brass, but yeah, you know what I mean. And I believe he gets this gun. You know, basic mold, slight hollowness, no big deal. Pretty much the same as all the other ones. They're similar to the original G1 toy guns, so they work. Let's see if we can get him to actually blow his horn, which is always interesting to see if they can position to do it. And he can. Got no lips, though, but, you know, do Cybertronians breathe? It's always been a thing. So they play a horn, but how? Especially how do they do it in space? Because I believe Cybertron has no atmosphere. So, either way, so that's a long haul done. And we'll bring out, nope, not you, the other truck guy. Wait, nope, stop it. With 6 wheels. Bring the camera way back down, and here is Hook. So, of course, if you guys saw some of my previous Devastator reviews, I have an interesting relationship with Hook, because it was the one that got away in my original G1/G2 collection. I had all but Hook, and of course without Hook, you don't have Devastator. So I always have a tiny, tiny bit of resentment for any Hook that comes along. And it looks fine, you know, it got some nice molded detail along the side. There's some interesting fitment issues, and I don't know if that's just mine, or maybe, I think I have it transformed properly. I didn't even follow the instructions at all, I just went and figured it out. By the way, of course, there is an out-the-box reaction up for members. You know, sign up for the membership today. Pinned wheels, like everybody else, I do believe, yep, there's gunmetal paint on that. Purple paint on the windows as usual. Sticker right there. And by the way, if I don't know if it'll be a decent position here, but here's the G1 cartoon version. So they're going for a little bit more tune accuracy on these things. And I did forget to actually show the comparison with long haul. Hold on, let me bring out long haul real quick. Let me fix this right quick. So long haul, G1 long haul, really close, really close. Okay, back to Hook. Okay, sorry about that. And of course he does have the playability of rotating the crane. It does also extend, which is neat, and whether it's meant to or not, it has a little bit of rotation thing, and the hook itself is die cast, which is cool, and all chromed all to hell. I have a feeling that will break at some point, or this screw will let go at some point, but having the playability is always nice, and I like that they added the purple there to kind of pretend like you could see it inside the slot. Just, it's nice. Also silver paint on headlights, and essentially mostly exposed robot hands under the bottom and the legs, how it do. And I like how they add the gray paint there, and of course the subtly hidden head there. So, alright, let's go ahead and get him transformed. So we're going to flip out the legs, which are, well, essentially that. So one thing about Hook is his transformation's never been super complicated. Split the legs like you do, and then fold that in, fold that up, fold that in, fold that up. Hey look, feet are done. That was easy. And now we just, yeah, Okay, so here is a part that I keep forgetting to do. I seriously, I keep forgetting this. So you see these purple things here. You got to pull up on this, get it off the purple post. Purple post. Right there. Now your arms are free to be arms. Pull them out on little butterfly hinges. Go ahead and close this and close your fingers. Close your fingers. Close this. This. This is also another one of those ones where you could potentially just remove the hands and probably be okay. It's interesting how they change balance between hidden hands and just fold away hands, or just blatantly out in the middle of nowhere hands. So rotate the chest as I just did, and then you're done. And then you say, well, Shoky, how do you get the head out? Well, frankly, you just pull it. This is one of the only ones which is like old school style. Just pull the frickin' head up. You don't have to slide the entire chest around or anything like that. I feel like my camera doesn't know what to do focusing wise. But here we go. There's Hoisty Boy in his robot mode. And just real quick, G1 comparison. He's actually fairly accurate. And of course, I looked at these images to figure out where to put my Autobot logos once again. Or I'm sorry, Decepticon. Also, I'm really hoping we get the Shattered Glass version, which I think I saw on like Show Z store, or however the heck you say the name. I think I saw a pre-order up for that, even though it hasn't even been announced. But it would be cool to get a full-on Shattered Glass version in like Rescue Bot colors, or emergency vehicle colors, I should say. And so the head is on a bit of a ball joint, but he's really kind of stuck, so there's no anywhere around that. I don't think he comes up all the way, no. So his head's kind of trapped, so that sucks. Face is painted with the same gray, same amazing metallic red. Okay, we do get a butterfly swivel here, along with the hinge, so you can get a decent range of motion out of the arms. Can go straight out to the side. Rotates all the way around, or if you really want to use the arm like an arm, instead of like I was just doing, you can do this as well. Okay, single jointed elbow, but I'm okay with it. And I love this to simulate fake wheels on the inside. The wrist does rotate. I always forget to point that out sometimes. And once again, typewriter fingers for clasping things. He does have... Yep. So one problem is this keeps popping open. That's for combine mode. So he does have a ridiculous ab crunch, which, as far as I can tell, doesn't come into play for anything other than, well, being an ab crunch. You'll notice he has some interesting stuff going on around his hips. That's also for combine mode. Ball joint mounted hips to get us pretty much all the motion we could possibly want, you know. And you get thigh swivel, but though be careful. Anytime I see thigh swivel with a ball joint, I get scared that you're just going to try to crank it one day and snap that in half. Technically a double jointed knee up here. Although, oh, there it goes. Had to break it free. So he can really kick back. Obviously, the thing here is in the way, but you also get another knee. If you really, so he has a triple jointed knee in reality, and then also some sideways tilt, because technically that's his ankle. And then for some reason you get flippy floppy sideways. So the whole point is that that's his ankle. His ankle rocker is just there, but the fact they give you extra rocker is a little absurd, if I'm honest with you. But we have, once again, our horn. Everybody's got to get a horn. Everybody's got to join the band. And the gun. And very simple gun, but effective. Kind of wish they were black, not gray. But I guess I get it. Virtually everything else they have is gray, not black. I don't think any one of them has actual black on him, now that I think about it. Alright, so let's see. He actually has a mouth, not a faceplate, so let's get his jazz on. Oh, by the way, I missed the bicep rotation here, so he does have that. So forgive moi. Like so. And then single jointed elbow to really shove it up to his face. Spin it around. There we go. Yeah. Play it for me, Jazzman. There we go. Alright, and go ahead and bring back in long haul so you see them together. Alright, and we have the full set. I don't know why I decided to do an accent there. And here's the funny part. I think of all of them, he's definitely the weakest, but he also has the weirdest design. Either way, the tank tread's legs are the most difficult. These guys are probably the most interesting, and these are probably the most solid of figures if you exclude the weird having to pull on things. But as a full set, this is actually very fantastic. Like, part of me wishes I had just saved up the money and bought the entire box set, for Devastator, instead of having to buy these all separately, because they are expensive. And I do still need to get the actual combiner parts set. I'll probably order that this weekend if everything goes according to plan. And even that is $80 in of its own self, and these guys are at least 100 to 110, 120 depending on where you buy it. So it's a lot. That's the thing. So these are $50 figures each, and it's getting a little hard to swallow when it comes to these Legends class figures, to just have to be able to fork over so much money for something so tiny. And I know, but it is what it is. And I do still have the problem with trying to figure out exactly how to display them. And then also the fact, I have an already giant combined form of Devastator. So do I separate my now Legends class collection from my MP Combiner collection and just say keep them with my city bots, or anything like that? So I may have to rethink how I display stuff in the future, because I also have new MP Combiner stuff coming as we speak, which actually I'll be reviewing very, very shortly. I do have some trains to work on. But guys, that's going to be it for this review. Give me a big old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you do like the thing. I do have merch as well. Link is down below. Also, if you want to become a channel member, you could see things early, like the first day I pull out any of these things to figure out how to play, transform them and play with them for a little while. Same thing with virtually all of my big bots and stuff like that. And, the more members I get, the better off I can be monetarily, and I can get more stuff. That's kind of the thing, guys. Got to get more stuff. I am going to get back to building pretty soon. I know all the Gundam guys are probably like, would you stop doing Transformers already? This is a Gundam channel. Look. I have a lot of stuff in the backlog. I'm going to get to it. I have customs I want to work on, stuff like that, and I have a contest that I'm going to be announcing fairly shortly. So, but guys, I will leave it at that, and I'll catch you next time. Remember, as always, keep on nerding.